Hear that metal? Probably shouldn't sound like that.
What's going on, guys? So I'm sure you can tell by the title and thumbnail, but we've officially claimed our first suspension related issue with Larry. And honestly, I can't even be mad. It's a 97, it's got 250,000 miles on it. It's not lived the babied life, and it has wheels and tires that were not designed to go on it. So if we look, we have claimed a passenger side lower ball joint, and it honestly doesn't look bad, and driving it, it doesn't sound bad. But when I was swapping these wheels and tires the other day, it feels horrible. It is completely clapped. It's got a ton of play in it. I'll show y'all in just a second when we jack it up. But I went ahead and purchased two new lower control arms that come with all new bushings up there and new lower ball joints. So it's just a safe bet that if this one's gone bad, that one's probably not far behind it. Go ahead and replace both sides. It's gonna give me some peace of mind. But let's go ahead and pull Larry in the basement, get it jacked up. I'll show y'all how clapped out this thing is, then we'll get them swapped out. So I filmed the beginning portion of this video last Friday and then ended up getting distracted by the Sierra, so I ended up not installing these, but we're going to be doing it today. Got them laid out, looking all nice and fresh. Got the heater going. It's 30 degrees today. It was 70 degrees yesterday, and if I sound sick, it's because I am. But shouldn't be that bad of an install as long as the bolts up there don't give us any issues, because they've never been taken off this truck since it was originally built. I'm gonna go ahead and get this side knocked out, just get familiar with it. I'll catch up with y'all on the other side, get this thing installed. Just got the passenger side knocked out, looks good. Overall, kind of a pain in the butt, but got it done. It's just a little fun getting that spring back in there and everything by yourself. But here's our stock one. Let's look at this ball joint. So obviously extremely floppy, but you can also a ton of play, and this is what I was feeling the other day when I was swapping the wheels and tires over. I was like, yeah, hear that metal? Probably shouldn't sound like that, so that's why I went ahead and picked these up. So anyways, now that I've gotten familiar, like I always like to do, get familiar with one side, film the other side, show y'all the best way to do it. So let's go ahead and knock this driver's side out. Hopefully y'all can see it good. If you can't, oh well, but let's get started. Go ahead and take our Carter pins out, which I'm gonna have to go get some new ones because these are ratchet. All right, now that those annoying things are out, we can actually get started. So you do want to have a jack to support this. It's good to have a ratchet strap as well, because some of these are annoying. And we're definitely going to go back and upgrade our upper control arms, but I've been waiting for the lift, if it will ever come in, 7-8 months late, because I want to see what the angles are like with these stock arms, because we might have to get some designed for a lift, but I don't want to buy twice because it doesn't need it currently. But these are the stock ones, and they're kind of clapped, but not like must replace like the lower control arms are. Pop our tie rod off. Which looks like we're gonna have to take a good old hammer to it, which is fine. Throw your bolt back on there so you don't have any possibility of losing it. Of course, the dreaded 10 mil trying to escape me. Let's take our brake lines off. I'm gonna keep that because it's gonna be going in the new arm. Got the big boy on the bottom, the 24. Let's pull it all the way over. Break it loose. You can do all this before you technically take your tie rod off. It'll help keep it straight. Alright, got that loose. And this one up top is different. Whoa, yo. That was a little terrifying. Obviously, don't take it all the way off. Just do that so that it can break free like that. And then we want to go ahead and take our shock out. Thank goodness I've got the little swivel. And this would be a nightmare. Side. Got a 1/2 inch for the bottom of the shocks.
hopefully get the truck up high enough to where it will come out without compressing it. Now we really want to jack this thing up some, get the weight off so we can get that upper control arm disconnected. Pry it down. Take that bolt off, set that aside, and then gently do that. We can ease this baby down. Ease. Oh, I forgot. We got to take that guy off, which I wish I hadn't. I forgot that because now it's going to be a little bit of a booger. This is for the, I think, 4-wheel ABS. I'm tightening, ain't I? Sure is. I'm going to take this off because when you do drop this all the way down, it's going to put a lot of pressure and it probably would break that line. Oop. Sick. Fell straight in the jack. We'll just put that back in there. That way we don't want to lose it. Don't let it push you, because it's going to try to. Shot. There we go. Let's get this guy up. We gotta get it to drop free. There it went. Right there. So now we're just gonna manhandle this beast. Take this all the way off. And there's our spindle free. Just rotate it to where there's not super pressure on that brake line. We're not going to be reusing this. The new ones come with a new. Alright, just for perspective, I'm going to try to hang y'all on this upper control arm, but we got that bolt there, and then on the front they are kind of tucked inside, so they're a little more difficult. Try to stick y'all right here. Oh, there's my wreck of the day. I just destroyed my elbow. Full strength into my brake caliper. Oh my gosh, it might be broken. I mean, like, not actually, but it feels shattered. This front side loose. Can confirm my elbow is bleeding. Ow. Let's push that through. Put that back on there and put it in the same position on the ground that it came out. This side out. She gonna slide straight on out. There we go. Lower is out. Slide it up in there. There we go. Got the back one in. There we go. Alright. It's got a little groove in here where your spring should sit. Alright, now we'll just basically hold it like that. Like to do, take your ratchet strap, hook on one side of the coil here, go atop the strut tower, go down, hook on the coil on this side. Tighten it up some. So we lined it up. Now we're gonna basically just hold it in place because we're gonna drop this down. Slide this big boy over here. Put that in there. Pick that up some. Where's our new bolt? Here it is. Your bolt for your lower ball joint. Go ahead and get that started. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, there you go. Okay. Got that in there. You can ease off of this for just a second. Tighten that bolt down in the bottom a decent amount. Okay. Go ahead and thread that on, and boom, your upper and lower is connected. So now you can go ahead and throw your tie rod in here to give yourself some stability. Whew, this stuff sucks when you're under the weather. It's not as easy as it is when you're feeling 100%. That's for dang sure. I'm just gonna run this up a little bit. There we go. Boom. All right, now gently lower your jack down, and now we can go after. Where's our big boy? Boom. Boom. Dunzo. Boom. On there. Let's snake our shock back up in here. Come on. Come on. Oop, oop. Gotta run away. Now the bottom ones can be fun sometimes. Getting this thing to compress. Can't really say how much you'll struggle. If you're as strong or stronger than me, then you shouldn't have a hard time. But if you're not on the stronger side, then it might be a hard time fighting with it. Just go evenly. Throw our brake line on the new arm. That's too big. Boom. ABS or wheel speed sensor, whatever the crap this thing's technically called. I want to clean it up real good for starters. All that mud riding we've been doing has got it covered. And this is why you'll have an ABS light on these kits if you don't get these to sit properly, which they can be a little bit fun to get to sit properly. Uh-oh, I got them. Got it hung up underneath my GoPro. Uh-oh, technical difficulties. Alright guys, well that completes our install. Got everything tight, snugged up, ready to rip. Only thing I gotta do is go get some fresh Carter pins to put in this thing, but it's gonna be fine for the time being. So let's go ahead and slap the wheels back on here, get Larry outside, see how they feel. It's the first video I filmed with the trucks together since we sold Terry, and I know from that video there's a good bit of y'all that are a little bit sad that we did get rid of Terry, but I think this is a really solid trio and I can focus more on these trucks and not being overwhelmed by having 510 projects that I want to get done and then get overwhelmed and don't end up doing anything. So I'm glad we'll be working excuse me, I'm glad we are back working on Larry. I wish my lift kit would finally come in so we could actually deep dive and start doing a lot more things to Larry. Maybe I just say screw it and do those things anyways before the lift, but I really wanted to get it lifted before we started doing a bunch of other stuff. I've been waiting 8 months for it. They're saying next month it's supposed to ship, but you know, next month they'll probably say, oh, it's delayed another 2 months, just like they've done for the past 8 months. So that's great. But we do have a very big upgrade coming for Larry in the next video. I'm fixing to film it today. Complete brake replacement. Larry's brakes are still giving me issues, so I said screw it. We got all new brakes. Hopefully the colors don't clash too much. I'm gonna be kind of looking like Santa Claus if I don't play my cards right. But anyways, we'll see. It's a much needed upgrade for Larry either way. Complete brake upgrade, dude. Just yes, gonna be able to drive Larry and be happy and comfortable and safe. So yeah, I'm excited for that. About to do that if I can get out of this cold. I already don't feel good. Don't want to be out in this cold and get more sick. But I also love the way it looks on the Hard Rock 24s, but I think I might be throwing the Bubba setup back on it just for ease of use, because this is, you know, with the spacers and the adapters and everything, this is a strain on old Lair Bear, but it does look absolutely insane, so I might just have to leave it on there. But yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling. That's the end of this video. Hopefully y'all did enjoy some Larry content. Definitely leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, comments, let me know you want to see more Larry content, so I will get after it again. And with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next one.